Broncos will have a first down.
You know what I like about that kick? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Nix with it on first. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Give now to the running back. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They kick the running back in motion. On third down, here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end left. To the air now on 1st and 10. Judy there to grab it. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running for the marker on second. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
And the Broncos are in the nickel for this third down. He's dropping back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Completed to his running back. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. State, pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Trying for the deep ball. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Broncos get set to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Pretty obvious, this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap to Nix. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Putting a receiver in motion. Back-to-back carries here. And he's able to push forward to the 25. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Running for the marker with Williams. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Trying the right side. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Play action with Nix. Rolling out to his left. On the left side. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll send him over right. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Touchdown, Denver! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. They're on the 27-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. Pass play on 1st and 10. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 11. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. They send a man in motion. Here's Nix. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Well, that throw came pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Nix off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's got it. It's a Denver touchdown. To block this offense, looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Jump off caught by his back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back now, pressure on its way. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt goes 63 yards. And it'll be their football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. Throwing it to start this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
These defenders, they can just feel it. You're up a couple scores in the game, and you know what the other side is starting to do. They're starting to press, and you're going to start to see a little bit more pass. And that's when these defenders pin their ears back. They get home, and they create havoc in a sack just like that.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Able to hit Patterson, complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Back to throw. Finds Judy near the sideline. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. That's 8 yards on that run, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Browns in possession. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw now. And down he goes. The Broncos got there. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Broncos bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a 1-score game before halftime. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Looking to tack on the point after. And the kick is good. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 39-yard line.
Nix from the gun. Hits his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It's Nix out of the pistol. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. He's on the move. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Man in motion, out of the slot. They'll throw again, Nix. The back's got it. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos will add to their lead at the end of the half. Now the second time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Has this at the 6. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. They've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
They'll run now on second down. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. It's a gain of 6, and now they face a daunting 3rd and 14.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Third and long for him here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down, and they go right back to it. Is in. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a give running right. Makes his move towards the sideline. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon. Give him a Earn that touchdown.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Simple dive up the middle. And they take this in for the score. The Browns shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns get it back to a 14-point game. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one does not go far.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Offense up to the line fast.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Cut by Sutton. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. He's got it at the 24. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield. 42 yards on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. It is caught left side. They'll have him gain up about a handful there. Sent down by Cody Barton.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. There's a handoff up the gut. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need one more now on 3rd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back to the well again. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They'll throw on first. Searching for somewhere to throw well behind the line. He's running with it. And they'll be at midfield here as he gets out of bounds. It's a gain of 12 there. And that gives the Browns a first.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
On first down, they'll run. This is ahead for about 5. Sent down by Cody Barton. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Man in motion here. The give here on 2nd. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Give now to the running back. And they're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this 3rd quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. This time it's a passing play. Flush down out to his left. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Hand off to the back. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th? Throwing now from the gun. He brings it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. He's going to throw this one. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Handoff now, running right. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 2, and that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Back to throw, needing a 1st. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. So 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one's only forward to about the 9. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Nix. He completes it in traffic. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Nix with it on 1st. Flushed out of the pocket. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway. Here's the handoff. And he's able to drive up past the 40.
They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos approaching win number 7 on the year. Third and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Right up the gut. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So to the side of me.